So, on Tuesday, 29th of March, the Verkhovna Rada of Ukraine voted to grant consent by President Petro Poroshenko to dismiss Prosecutor General Viktor Shokin. The draft resolution was announced by President's representative in Parliament, Stepan Kubiv, who recalled that Petro Poroshenko submitted the draft to Parliament on February 22nd. Shokin's resignation this time was supported by 289 members of Parliament. The deputies expressed their opinions on Prosecutor General's work.
It was him who changed the structure. It was him who agreed to launch open competitions while recruiting prosecutors. The biggest his trouble was failure in reforming the prosecutor's office. This failure happened because Shokin fired 5,000 officers but still didn't get increased wage from the state budget.
Це той генеральний прокурор, який не наважився розслідувати.
It was the very one prosecutor who didn't take courage to investigate the Diamond prosecutor's case, to investigate upon Mr. Akhmetov, who worked out fortress plan against the president, against the country. That is the very one prosecutor who didn't take courage to investigate the case of Karpenko against Igor Kolomoisky.
Карпенка проти Ігоря Коломойського.
Людина, яка будувала корупційну
A
систему.
person who was building the system of corruption in prosecutor's office cannot reform it. I recall how near a year ago we were walking here in the session hall and persuading those who now criticize him to vote for Shokin's resignation. Shokin's appointment was a mistake, but there will be a similar mistake if the president will nominate Shokin's deputy.
Viktor Shokin was the third Prosecutor General during the last 2 years. He was appointed instead of Vitaly Yarema in February of 2015. The first one was Oleg Magnitsky. Unlike the latter two persons who were in office only for several months, Shokin held the position for more than a year. Let us recall you about activity of the 13th Ukrainian Prosecutor General. The president appointed Viktor Shokin on February 10, 2015. He came to the parliament and asked the deputies to vote for Shokin. As Petro Poroshenko said, Shokin has steel character. His professional experience and good reputation are the main factors which influenced my decision. In the same day, Viktor Shokin promised to investigate drastic crimes against Maidan and cases of high officials of Yanukovych's regime. With your support, we can together make real steps in fighting corruption and strengthening the law. Shokin collected 318 votes of deputies for his appointment. In 2 following months, he, together with his deputy head, David Sakvaralidze, presented the strategy of reforming prosecutors' offices. Then he stated that there must be a new way of working with the personnel. During half the year, near 2,000 servants were fired from the General Prosecutor's office. For the first time, Shokin's resignation became talked about in May. Then Yegor Sobolev, head of the Parliament's Anti-Corruption Committee, demanded, unless the crimes against Euromaidan are investigated, the committee will raise the issue of Prosecutor's General dismissal. After the escape of deputy Serhiy Klyuev, deputies started collecting signatures for Shokin's resignation. He was accused in giving Klyuev an opportunity to escape from the country, because prosecutor's office did not arrest him before lifting the immunity. Then a conflict flared between the old and young officers. Kasko and Sakvaralidze announced that Shokin pressed on their decisions. Signatures against Shokin were collected 2 times. The first document mysteriously disappeared. In February, the president agreed to resign Shokin. A month earlier, he did not support the idea. At last, Viktor Shokin asked for dismissal himself and then took a vacation. Members of the parliament accepted their resignation only on March 29. Few hours before the voting of Ukrainian parliament for resignation of Prosecutor General Viktor Shokin, he fired Deputy Prosecutor General and Prosecutor of Odessa region from his position. Prosecutor General repealed the position of David Sakvaralidze, explaining such a decision by a demand of law of Ukraine about Prosecutor General office. Moreover, he holds Mr. Sakvaralidze to disciplinary responsibility for major violation of prosecutors' ethics. The situation around the firing on Deputy Prosecutor General, who criticized his colleagues, is actively discussed in social networks and media.
I think that we managed to break the system somehow. We wanted to prove that there is no place in the system for impunity of so-called diamond prosecutors and generals. Our team is the only one team which acted against the current prosecutor's ethic, because of which I was fired and defied the system. We uncovered the corruptionists on all levels despite of their position, connections and so on. Such kind of attack on my team means that current authority doesn't need real reforms in Ukraine.